Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to Let's Play Dead Space 3. Glad I didn't have to make you all wait until Halloween this year to get around to finishing out the Dead Space series with what is considered to be the series' most divisive game. I think that Dead Space 3 has the most noticeable flaws out of all of the Dead Space games, especially early on, but there are things in it that give me chills, and I think that this is overall still pretty good. So without further ado, let's see what all the fuss is about. And we'll also get a recap of what went down in the others.
It all started 300 years ago with the discovery of the Black Marker, an alien artifact found under the old Gulf of Mexico on Earth. It seemed to hold the promise of limitless energy until it produced dementia, insanity, and a twisted life after death known as necromorphs. The details of the original Black Marker disaster were buried in cover-ups and conspiracies, but not before an entire religion could be launched in the name of one of its researchers, Michael Altman. His questionable death turned him into a martyr, and unitology was born. To this day, it thrives, a secretive organization that believes the markers are divine, and their plan for us, a glorious unity of mind, body, and spirit. Generations after the Black Marker disaster, mankind found himself going extinct from lack of resources. Desperate, he sought to replicate the Black Marker in an attempt to harness its limitless energies for himself. The records of this era are unclear, but we now know the replication was successful, but the cost too high. The marker copies were all buried, hidden in secret places across the universe where, to all our benefit, they might have stayed. But 200 years later, during an illegal mining operation on Aegis 7, the planet cracker USG Ishimura unearthed one of the forgotten copies, a red marker, and with it, the start of a new wave of marker infections. A key survivor of that incident was an engineer named Clarke. That marker spoke to him and left him with a gift, a mental blueprint of the marker itself. Isaac was captured and tortured by EarthGov, his mind harvested for the marker's secrets. The marker program was thus restarted, and a new one built on the populous Titan sprawl. The disaster quickly followed. He managed to escape, but just barely. There was nothing left but dust, just like Aegis 7. Since that time, the marker crisis has only deepened, and Clarke, his marker-touch mind still burning with the ability to build or destroy them, stays in hiding, determined to retreat from the markers and all they have wrought. But there is hope. A backwater ice ball of a planet, where 200 years ago, someone, somehow stopped a marker uprising in its tracks. A clue from the past that may save our future.
Alpha Niner, this is Whiskey 250. Come on. Alpha Niner, this is Whiskey 250. Serrano, do you read me?
Tim! Oh, thank God! Did you find it?
Find it. Doc, I'm not even sure what we're looking for.
Just follow the waypoint that sent you. I can't tell you anymore. Just get there. Do you hear me? You have to get there.
What?
Oh, it's lost.
What? Dang it!
So we do not start off playing as series protagonist Isaac Clarke. This prologue chapter predates his birth by about 2 centuries.
Okay, Tim. You can do this. Oh, he's dependent on you. You're a soldier, right? Right. Gun's not even loaded.
What's goofy about this is it appears that you move much quicker with your gun up. And all we can do is soldier on through this blizzard, alone and isolated on this Arctic planet.
Oh no.
And that planet's name is Tau Volantis. Also, Beginnings, the title of the prologue chapter, is part of Dead Space 3's acrostic.
Hey, Doc, I found it.
Good. Can you get inside?
It's all sealed up.
Look around. There must be a way.
So we're going to stop these
Some ammunition.
for a little bit of ammo for our rifle. We're going to shoot open the door by breaking the latch, and that's certainly something different. These don't appear to be slashers, but they are necromorphs nonetheless. First glance, they're just zombies.
Found a way in.
Good. You're looking for a cylinder, about 1/2 meter long. Do you see it?
For now, these fodder necromorphs don't do anything special. They don't appear to be special. They just appear to be decaying humans wielding various weapons like pipes and hatchets. Ooh, you're catching up. So the thing that excited me so much about this when I first played Dead Space 3 with this setting, plus the necromorphs and what they will wind up being able to do, that we'll see a little bit more in Chapter 1, it immediately made me think that they were homaging my favorite horror movie of all time, John Carpenter's The Thing. This game is chock full of The Thing send-ups.
I got it. Doc, I got it.
And this is a nice little set piece moment.
Hey, Doc, I'm hanging from a cliff. But I got whatever this is.
The codex! It's the key to saving everything! Meet me at the silo and don't stop for anyone!
This repelling sequence is a nice little set piece moment. Like Dead Space 2 before it, Dead Space 3 leans even a little bit more heavily into action horror. I think it's a pretty linear progression from Dead Space 1 to 2 to 3, going into action horror and set pieces and stuff like that. So we have this fuselage, and we also have the turbine that we have to shoot out. And we can roll around down here, avoiding debris. We have to line ourselves up so that it passes through us, or we pass through the center of the fuselage. Or was that the part of the turbine that we just blew up? Yeah, it was.
Fine young soldiers, every one of them.
General Mahad. Sir. Where's Dr. Serrano?
Earl Serrano, always the optimist.
Well, he said I should take this into the city. He said there's still time to stop it, sir. There's still time.
We lost control! And now, for the love of Earth and the sovereign colonies, we've got to do what's right. You love the Earth, son? Your mom and dad?
Yeah, yes, sir, of course.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Brothers and sisters, the age of man is at an end. We have become too many, too political to go around. Cooperation could be worth the trouble.
Playback, message 34. Isaac, I know you're there. Come on, pick up the phone. Fine. Look, I just called to say I'm moving on. I have to. Just take care of yourself, okay?
You Isaac Clarke?
Get the fuck off.
Answer me! Tim? Who the hell are you?
Lift him up. Up! I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna make this brief. I understand you're something of an expert on markers. You created one.
I didn't make shit. Your government made me.
And you destroyed two, which is why we're here. We got a job for you.
No. No! I'm done with that. You find somebody else for your suicide mission.
We did. Before we lost contact with her. She told us to find you.
Ellie. Where is she? What'd you do to her? Where is she?
Unitologists have breached the inner concourse. We can't hold them.
Captain, run out of time, gotta go.
She's out there all alone, Isaac, and I can't help her unless you help me.
Okay. Okay!
Here. Let's get moving.
And now we have free roam of Isaac's apartment. I mentioned the acrostic before. Chapter 1 is titled Rude Awakening. For those who don't know, chapter titles in Dead Space games tend to form an acrostic. In Dead Space 1, the first letter of each chapter name spelled out Nicole is dead. Personal journal, Isaac Clarke, we each lost a part of ourselves during the Nightmare on Titan sprawl. For Ellie, it was her eye. Luckily, we found a replacement we could afford, even though the color doesn't quite match. At least she can feel whole again. Me, I lost part of my soul, and there's not a damn thing I can do to buy that back. I guess ultimately that's why she left. People want things they can fix, and I am permanently broken. And he also has a message waiting for him.
Playback, message 33. Caller, Earthrise apartment.
This message is for the residents of apartment 16. Your rent is past due. This is your final notice. Failure to pay in 3 days will result in eviction.
So Isaac, not doing so hot keeping up with the rent.
Okay. I said I'd help you. Now where's Ellie? How long has she been missing?
Just shut up and get over here. We'll explain later.
It's a hell of a rabid dog. And who killed the world? There's nothing we can pick up from the vending machines. And through here, the two soldiers who roughed us up in the beginning.
Hey, who the hell are you guys?
EarthGov's last battalion. Name's Norton. Captain Robert Norton. Sergeant John Carver.
Last battalion, what do you mean?
Last means last, genius, as in no more left.
No more left.
That's all right, let's go!
And here is where the game starts making a bad first impression, even though I rather enjoy that short prologue on Tau Volantis. Most of the game is going to take place on the planet from the prologue, in that frigid Arctic wasteland, but this, Chapter 1, is almost all planet side down here. Lots of urban running gunning. And cover shooting, which is new, and for a lot of people not entirely welcome to Dead Space 3. Taking cover behind gray chest-high walls and shooting humanoids with a rifle, or in this case, submachine gun. It was a nice little splurge of a head bop. So this is how Dead Space 3 makes a bad first impression. And many people never got over this, never got beyond some of the cover shooting, even though it's a minority of the gameplay sequences.
Norton, these are unitologists. Why are they trying to kill us?
You! They're trying to kill you!
What?
Just get out of there! Shut your trap!
So we've escaped from the Red Moon apartment complex, where Isaac made his home. We have a little bit more of this to go through, with all of the humanoid unitologists and the back and forth cover shooting.
You've destroyed markers in the past, Isaac. That makes you a direct threat to their plan.
Plan?
Some end-time prophecy based on the markers.
Convergence?
Yeah, Ellie thinks you could stop it.
So now she's missing and they followed you here?
Yes, now get to the roof of the Dredger Corp building. There's an extraction team waiting.
Oh, hell yeah, Convergence. Dead Space 3 sheds the most light on what Convergence actually is, and it's fucking awesome. So there are a few dudes waiting around the corner. Oh, he just came for it. These enemies look like something out of a Army of Two. As I was saying, the cover shooting bits against the human enemies make up a pretty small chunk of the game overall.
Shit! I've hit the freeway.
Then cross it.
They're unmanned transports. They don't stop for anything. I've still got my stasis unit. I'll slow the traffic and get across.
So we're gonna use stasis to cause a huge pileup. That'll stop all the Johnny cabs. Yeah, you probably thought that we were just gonna slow the cars down so we could slip through them Frogger style, but no. It's another opportunity for a little set piece. While they fire at us from down there, we'll come over here and stomp a couple things, collect a couple of items. Mostly gonna be ammunition and a couple of health items for the time being. No credits. There are no credits in Dead Space 3. And Kitty Kitty Bang Bang is a recycled movie hologram poster from Dead Space 2, and I think maybe also 1. Oh, and this room looks amazing, man.
Brothers and sisters, the age of man is at an end. We have become too many with too little to go around. Corporations that we once trusted with our money have squandered it. The government
This isn't just a manhunt. It's systematic slaughter.
Oh, you noticed.
Well, why topple the government? Why EarthGov?
Danik blames them for experimenting with the markers, thinks it's heresy. So you can imagine what they think of you. Have you reached the extraction site yet?
I'm almost there.
So the man on the screen and the man they just referred to as Danik are one and the same. He's also going to serve as our humanoid antagonist for the game. Even though the majority of what we're going to be fighting will be necromorphs. And already we're about done fighting dudes in Chapter 1.
Take them out! This one's still alive. Bring him here.
Isaac Clarke. Just the man I was looking for. Oh, don't waste your energy. You're going to be dead in a matter of minutes. Pick him up. There's something I'd like you to see. There. See that? That's a marker test lab. They're everywhere at all the major colonies and outposts.
What do you want from me?
As part of the marker test program, Isaac, you helped make them. And today, you of all people get to watch me set them free.
No, no. You'll kill everyone.
Death is only the beginning, Isaac. Nature must take its course, and I can't allow you or anyone else to stop that. Eyes forward, Isaac. Pay attention. And now it's time for you to join the cycle of rebirth.
So, Chapter 1, we have the reintroduction of these types of necromorphs that we haven't seen in Dead Space 1 or 2 or Extraction. These weapon-wielding ones who are otherwise fairly normal and innocuous looking. There it is. They pop like plagas. They're called fodder. I think in-game they might be referred to as wasters. What makes them pretty cool is that depending on how you dismember them, they transform in different ways. They grow those tentacle-like limbs out of different places, and it causes them to ambulate and behave differently, depending on where the limbs are coming from. They can either stand bipedally, and the limbs will grow out of the spine and shoot projectiles. They can spider walk around. Depending on which arm you sever, if you sever, I think, the left leg, they turn into kind of scorpion configurations. They're very adaptable. And we know because we can't stasis a limb off him that he was about to come to life. That trick has been around since Dead Space 1. Ooh, you're durable. That trick, of course, is to use stasis on a body. If it's an actual corpse, then you'll pull one of the limbs off. If it's a corpse that's gonna reanimate once you get close to it, or a little bit past it, as a necromorph, you won't be able to pull a limb off with stasis. So it's a good way to check the bodies without having to waste any ammunition. Whoops, missed the leg that time. Oh, you're still up. Not anymore. So they can adapt and do different things, depending on what your system for dismembering them are. With those in the slashers, I almost always go for a leg first to hamstring their movement speed. Then I go for an arm. But if you want to go arms first against them to make them less lethal, you might be in for a surprise. And of course, the series staple of strategic dismemberment still in effect here.
Isaac, have you reached the extraction team yet?
All dead. Danik got here first.
Fuck. Then find a way out of the city. I'm coming in with the Eudora.
Washington Station's not far. I can ride one of the trains out.
Good plan. See you on the tracks.
So, oh my god, where did all this come from? Did I really pick all this up? What the fuck? I have to drop some of this already. I'm already looking at needing suit upgrades.
This is an emergency zone. For your safety, this area will be locked down until further notice.
Let's see what we can glean from the artifact we picked up. It's Black Marker artifact. It's a Lovecraftian obelisk. It's just giving us a little bit of background on unitology, Michael Altman, who is the figurehead and martyr of the religion. And that apparently belonged to Danik. This really reminds me of a room from the Sprawl. This really reminds me of it a lot. It even has one of those mascots.
Hey, who wants candy?
Ah, I can't sever the head. Oh, and they telegraph these fights really, really hard. Except this time, it's not against humanoid enemies. We get our first glimpses at the slashers. The classic Dead Space enemy types. And they're intermingled with a couple of the fodders. Which I think we might actually just be able to get past this. You back here, you're already popped with a Plagus. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. You do have to at least take your leg out. That's worth it. Still hear them slowly but surely crawling their way behind me. Forgot about you around the corner. So I'm gonna pop a stasis if I can't get in the elevator quickly. Yep, like I said, discretion is the better part of valor. It's a valid survival horror strategy, too.
No trains. Okay, I made it to the train station.
What about Danik's men?
I lost them in the panic. This outbreak may buy us some time.
Well, grab a train. Let's go.
No good. Looks like the train was getting refitted with a new power car.
So?
I'm gonna have to put it back together.
We'll do it fast. Danik's gunships are far off. We'll try to draw them away then. Be fast.
So we have a very simple puzzle to teach us about using our kinesis powers. Just like we had that Johnny Cab sequence to teach us about using stasis to slow hazards down so we can pass by safely. This train puzzle reminds me a lot of the one in the subway station, the underground Griever's lair in Darksiders 1. So with that, when we drag that second piece back, the rest of the train assembles and we can get ready to board.
Departure process initializing. Please board to the rear of the train.
All right, Norton. The train's hooked up and ready to head out the south gate. You can't miss it. It'll be the only thing moving.
All right, understood. I'll close in once you clear the city. Be ready for pickup. This is going to be tricky.
You still haven't told me what happened to Ellie.
Now's not the best time, Isaac.
Is she alive?
Last I saw her was at Keyhole Station. She said she was onto something big, shocked out to some secret coordinates, and then we lost contact. I know your ex-girlfriend very well. She's still alive and mad as hell we haven't found her yet.
soon as we open up the door, we have a little bit more of this. We're gonna have to cross to one of the frontmost train cars.
Which ship is the Eudora? The bigger one that just flew over your head.
Telegraphing that we're gonna have a cover shooter section with all this chest high cover.
Shit, lost the main battery. Isaac, get your ass up here.
And for the most part, this sequence is more set piece than anything else. The roaming gun battles aboard the train cars, not really emphasized aspect of it. Oh, but that stagger is gonna be a problem. It's just taking up a little bit of time.
Double the train. I want nothing left. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Captain, I've got it. Take us out of here now.
Who's that?
Boy,
Cute kid. You leave him behind?
he's dead. Dana killed him and his mother.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't be. We're not friends.
Well, thanks for the rescue back there.
Try harder next time.
Carver, Isaac a weekend.
Yeah.
Good, we're almost there. Get your asses to the bridge.
You heard the man.
Alright, with the prologue and chapter 1 out of the way, I think that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one. Hope to see you for chapter 2 of Dead Space 3.